Adelin's Horror World. My name is Adelin. Of course, you guys already know that. So if you're wondering where I've been for the past couple of weeks, school has been distracting me from doing YouTube lately, but I am on fall break, so I have a little bit of time to do videos now. But I want to go ahead and welcome everyone to the Autumn Horror Month, a month where I review horror movies more frequently. Even though I review them all the time, this is one where I'll be doing more frequent reviews. So we will be doing reviews besides the Halloween franchise, of course. But, yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of horror movies that are not Halloween. We're going to be doing a few franchises, one franchise is getting a re-review. We need to finally re-review one franchise completely. So, yeah, that's how we're going to do it. So today we are going to finally get to the fourth installment of the Halloween franchise, The Return of Michael Myers. So let's go ahead and get started. So Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers stars Donald Pleasance, Danielle Harris, Ellie Cornell, and is directed by Dwight H. Little. It is also written by Alan B. McElroy, who went on to write the original Wrong Turn and its reboot. I have not seen those movies yet. Please don't make me watch them and review them because I've heard they're bad. It was also going to be directed by John Carpenter, who wanted a ghost story. He wanted to do yet another anthology film, but the company was like, nah. Halloween 3 did poorly at the box office. We cannot do another anthology film. So John Carpenter's like, screw y'all, I'm out. And Deborah Hill was out of it too by the time we got to this film. But hey, we got Michael back at least. That's a good thing. That should be a good thing. Right? Set 10 years after the events of Halloween 1 and Halloween 2, the apparently comatose Michael Myers is being transferred from one hospital to another, but he wakes up when the ambulance crew talk about his surviving niece, Jamie Lloyd. After slaughtering his attendants, Myers sets out to find his one living relative who is, fortunately, being cared for by a kind and resourceful foster sister named Rachel Carruthers. Meanwhile, the ever-cautious Dr. Loomis remains on the killer's path. So, Halloween 4 was the first Myers movie I knew about in my life. I saw bits and pieces of this movie on TV when I was a kid. Yep, I had terrible parents. So, blame them for that. I'm just kidding. It was my fault. But all I remembered was the ending of the movie. I'm not going to give it away for people who have not seen this movie. I want you going into this movie kind of blind, even though it's kind of the same movie as the first two Halloween films. But the ending of the movie always haunted me as a kid, and as a kid it was literally the only image from that movie that was ingrained in my head for so many years. And then when I saw a review about it and I saw that scene, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that scene. I remember that. So that's pretty much how it went. So, and literally the only other film that I'd seen bits and pieces of besides this one was the god-awful Rob Zombie remake. We'll get to that soon. So yes, Halloween 4 was the first Halloween movie that I'd ever heard about. I kind of had a bit of a clue of who Michael Myers was as a killer, but I didn't really know who he was. But now I am a fanatic of this franchise, so I definitely know who Myers is. So I haven't watched this in a long time, but I'm the type of person who remembers literally everything that happens in the movies that I watch. Well, except if I've not seen them for a decade. If I haven't seen them for a decade, I'm not gonna remember. But I remember literally everything about this movie. Trust me. I'm telling you the truth. But there are mixed reactions to this movie. Some people say it's one of the worst films, but it's not that bad. I've heard people say it's okay, it's just meh. But I've heard hardcore fans say that it is an amazing Halloween movie. I don't particularly say it's an amazing Halloween movie, but it's great. So let's go ahead and get into the positives of Halloween 4. First up, gotta talk about Donald Pleasance. Donald Pleasance is great as always. Sam Loomis is one of my favorite characters, not to be confused with Psycho, but Dr. Loomis is one of my favorite characters ever. And Loomis is awesome in this movie. Not as interesting as he was in the first two movies, but Donald Pleasance played him to a point where I was still interested enough in his character, and he did it in a great way. He's a little crazier in this one. I still do not know how he survived that explosion in Halloween 2. Can someone please explain How is he alive? How is he still alive? Michael, I understand. Loomis, I will never understand. Apparently, he didn't die. He just got a little bit crispy. He has a few little burns on his face and his hands, and I'm like, an explosion like this is really gonna, like, not kill you. It's just gonna leave you just a tiny bit crispy. No, you would be incinerated instantly. But we're just gonna ignore that. Donald Pleasance is great in this movie. He's my favorite part about the movie because it's Donald Pleasance. Rest in peace, good sir. Yeah. But unfortunately, in the next movie, I really wouldn't like him that much. We'll get to Halloween 5 soon enough. Trust me. Positive number 2. Danielle Harris and Ellie Cornell are great additions to the franchise as Jamie and Rachel. Jamie is a compelling young girl. Apparently, she's like 8 years old in this movie. She's a compelling little 8-year-old kid played by the wonderful Danielle Harris. I know I've heard some of the things about her standing up for Tony Moran. I don't get involved with drama because it's just not my thing, but like, we're gonna ignore that. But honestly, Danielle Harris is amazing in this movie. One of her best performances ever. I really loved her in this movie. And Ellie Cornell did a great job as Rachel. Rachel is one of my favorite final girls ever. So, yeah, unfortunately, Halloween 5 would ruin this. It's gonna come back to Halloween 5 every single time. Screw you, Halloween 5. Next up, the kills are great. I think the movie is a lot gorier than it kind of should have been, but I don't mind. The kills in Halloween 4 are very, very good. But this was around the time when slashers were starting to die down and not be as good. But we did have a few good slasher sequels that came out in 1988. Friday the 13th Part 7, Sleepaway Camp 2. I would say Nightmare 4, but I am not a fan of The Dream Master. I'm not a fan of that movie, but I know a lot of you guys love Nightmare 4, so I will go ahead and say Nightmare 4 just for y'all because I am nice, okay? I'm nice to y'all. You're welcome. But this was probably the best of the bunch. I loved Halloween 4 to pieces, okay? And the kills in this movie are among the best of all of them in the films that I'm mentioning. Okay, I cannot speak. I cannot speak English today, clearly. Oh my god. I was reading the plot synopsis for this movie and I messed up like 5 to 6 times. But the kills in the movie are great. I love the shotgun kill. It's one of my favorite kills of the whole franchise. I love the truck kill. Bucky, poor Bucky. He didn't deserve that. Getting electrocuted. He did not deserve that. He's trying to do his job. But yes, the kills in Halloween 4 are among the best of the entire franchise, so kudos to y'all. I hear people talk about the score of the Halloween movies a lot. No one ever brings up Halloween 4 when it comes to the score. I don't ever see anyone bring up Halloween 4. The score for Halloween 4 by Alan Howarth, once again, is very underrated. I love the score in this movie. It has some of the most awesome music of the whole franchise. It is an underrated score. Alan Howarth is an underrated composer, just in general. But the score for Halloween 4 is one of my favorites of the whole series. I love the music. I love the terms of tension that it brings to the movie. So yeah, Alan Howarth is like my second favorite composer of this franchise behind John Carpenter, so I'm actually a fan of Alan Howarth. He has made a very good score for literally all these movies. So I have to give props to him because he really did try, even if the quality of these movies started to go downward after this one. We'll get to those films when we do. Good Lord. Following this, we're going to talk about Michael himself. George P. Wilbur is a really good Myers. He's not top tier for me. I hate the extra padding on his shoulders and stuff that they put on him. I don't know why they did that. But I will say George P. Wilbur is a great Myers. He came back for Halloween 6. He's great in that film too. But I really, really liked him in this movie. He was a good Myers. He's not my favorite. He's not one of my favorites. But he is still a very good Myers. he kind of captured the spirit of what Nick Castle did in the original, while also bringing something a little bit new to the table. So that's literally all I have to say. George B. Wilbur was just a really good Myers. Final positive, we'll bring up the ending again, although I still won't spoil it. The ending of the movie is one of the most haunting endings in horror. I really wish Halloween 5 didn't ruin it, but it's still a great ending. I'm gonna just keep this short and sweet. This is a great ending. Halloween 5 just butchered it because the director did not give a crap about his audience. Way to go, guys! I'm just gonna be crapping on Halloween 5 the whole time, aren't I? That's literally 95% of this review is Halloween 5 just ruined Halloween 4. I'm not saying Halloween 5 sucks. It really doesn't, but like it still ruined this movie. It just ruined it. I'm just gonna be crapping on that movie the whole time. My apologies, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry. I'm just lying to you. I'm kidding. I'm actually sorry. Yet again, I have one mixed aspect with this film. It's not really scary. This movie is not really scary at all, but it does. The suspense and tension of the film really makes up for the fact that it's not scary in the slightest. It's not scary at all. But like I just said, the suspense of the movie, it is really, really suspenseful and really creepy at times. There's a lot of creepy scenes. But I don't know, this movie just didn't really scare me that much. I thought it would, but I guess not. I guess it didn't really like level up to like the original Halloween. So, yeah. This movie didn't really scare me, but it is still very suspenseful and tension-filled and creepy, so I will give it that. But if you're going in wanting a very scary sequel, you're not really going to get it here, to be honest. And now, my one negative. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this so much. The mask sucks. I know. A lot of people agree. But the mask that Michael wears is terrible. It ain't the worst one. Just say it is not the worst mask of the franchise. There are far worse masks later on down the line. But the mask in this one, it's just, I don't know. It's like the hair is too neat. The mask is too white and clean. It just, I don't know. It just like weird looking. But it ain't as weird looking as some of the other ones going forward. I'm going to bring up Halloween 5 again. Yes, I'm talking to you, Halloween 5. I'm talking to you. I'm going to bring you up again. Your mask was worse. I'm just saying. The mask of this one sucks, but that's heaven compared to the Halloween 5 mask. I'm crapping on it on Halloween 5 all over again. Stop battling. Stop talking about Halloween 5. We're not reviewing that movie yet. I have officially lost my mind. Please help me. But the mask in this movie isn't really good. It's terrible, but like, it's not atrocious. It's not an atrocious mask. I just don't like it. I don't like it. There are people out there who love the H4 mask. You do you. Love it all you want. I just don't like it. And that's all. So overall, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers is actually a very good installment and a still great franchise for now. This is a really good sequel. Surprisingly, we're on the 4th film and we're still in great territory. But this would be one of the last great installments of the franchise, and then the freaking franchise would go meow. Yeah, so that's great. Sure, Halloween 4 is not really that scary, but still very suspenseful. There's great performances, very iconic scenes, and that ending is freaking awesome. And the kills are very gruesome. Although they are considered pretty tame today, the kills are very good. All that stuff makes up for the fact that the movie isn't really scary. I highly recommend you see Halloween 4 if you have not seen it yet, or if you are marathoning it on Halloween night, pop in Halloween 4 after Halloween 3. Yes, you need to watch Halloween 3. But if you want to keep continuity, right, watch 1 and 2, then skip 3 and watch Halloween 4. Just watch Halloween 3 on your own time. I'm going to give Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, an A-. So what do you guys think of Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers? Let me know in the comments. Do you love this movie? Because there are a lot of people who do. Do you think it's meh? It's alright. Or do you downright hate this movie? Even though I haven't really seen anyone who really hate this one. There's not really a lot of people there, to be honest, but there are some people out there. So guys, be looking forward to my review of Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, coming out in a couple days. I'm also going to be reviewing a few horror movies that are not Halloween, and I'm going to be reviewing at least 2 franchises, 1 or 2, I don't know. One of them is one I've already done, but I won't tell you what it is. No, it ain't Friday the 13th. Don't try to get me to do that franchise again. I will eventually. I will tell you this. I'm going to re-review the Friday the 13th films eventually. Just not right now. And don't tell me I'm not doing the Saw films again. Don't make me do that. Don't make me re-review them. Please, please don't make me do that. But I'm not going to tell you what franchise I'm redoing. And there is a franchise that I have never done before. So that's going to be fun. I'll let you know this. It's literally a gore fest of films. That's literally it. So anyways, be looking forward to that nonsense. So anyways, I'm Adeline. This is Adeline's Horror World. You guys already know that. I love all you guys to death. And until next time,